on your video.
Yeah, sure. Am I clear?
Yes, your voice is clear. Your voice is clear to me. Let's see if Deepak, faces any concerns. We will think
And
of it
my
later.
video?
Yes, your video is clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
नॉर्मल थी तो यार ठंडा.
Deepak will be taking your interview for today. Feel free to answer all the questions that are asked. If you have any queries, you can ask towards the end. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Deepak, you may proceed further.
Yep. Thank you, Kavya. Hey, Siddhant, how are you doing?
Yeah, it's actually good.
So can we quickly start?
Um, as you already know, my name is Dancing. Basically, I'm from basically Noida, Delhi, and right now I'm in Jaipur. In my recent company, I was a software engineer, a Python developer, and I have a like total 3.8 years of experience as like data scientist, AML engineer with Python technology. Also integrate with API, Flask framework as well as Django, some machine learning and deep learning framework, and also I have done my master's. MCA with AIML specialization since like 2023 at LNCT Group for College Paper. That's it.
Okay. And can you walk me through your journey from this Recane to Smart Tricks to Angtech? So, what did you actually, build at each company?
Yeah, basically, at the Semantics, I was a data scientist with I actually spent my huge time with Semantics.io. There was a profile of my specific profile like related to AI, related to ML project, and I started my career with at Ripken solution as a Python developer with I work as like front end and back end using Django framework. Actually, there I work as a back end developer, mainly like back end developer. Then I joined Semantics as like a data scientist where I work as a shifted to front end involves Canva, also like involves kind of Figma. And if you are talking like what are the embeddings, so basically embeddings kind of you can say um, just like yes, just like a numeric vector, you can say, like just like a numerical, and it's just like a numerical representation, you can say, of text, basically whatever we capture, and also like its semantic meaning, whatever we capture that in semantic meaning basically. And if you are also I can also saying I can also yeah we can also consider like instead of storing text basically as a plain words, then we convert each text chunks into a smaller and into a vector using embedding models. And also one more thing, when a user asks a question, the query is also convert into a vector, so that's why I use embedding.
Just a second, Siddhant. Hey, Siddhant, sorry, I got a call.
It's okay.
So again, talk about the RAG. Let's say I want to design some kind of chat application, with with some the data, my company data. Let's say some policies. So want to know from step one what you're gonna.
Your
I mean,
voice is
building a.
excuse me sir, your voice is not clear. Well, actually your voice is break.
Okay. Hey, Kavya, is it like breaking for you as well?
No, actually.
Yes, breaking for me as well, and there's a bit of a back.
Okay, so let's say you get a token in the header. So you will decode the token, right? And you will be checking whether the user is exist. Maybe in the token you might get the user ID or something after decoding it, and you will check from your database whether the user is exist in the system or not,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's the flow of authorizing, correct? I mean, we have to see whether the request which is coming from a user, whether the user is exist in the system or not.
Okay, you mean the
Now,
flow.
sorry.
You mean the flow, right?
Yeah, so this is the flow ideally. So I'm just want to ask, what if you have, thousand of requests are coming? It means it will do the query. Maybe you're using Postgre database or any other database. It will do the query like thousand time into the database, and basically it will do some latency, right? Add up the latency because in the every request you're gonna check the database. So how you can make it better and make it fast instead of directly hitting the DB every time. So if you can explain me a approach which you can follow to overcome this.
Okay. Um, on the kind of server side, basically I first actually verify the token signature and validate claims like the experience time. After decoding it, yeah, after decoding I extract the user ID and username from the token, and then we I do like check the database to confirm that user still exists and not. If required, then verify that the account is active and has the necessary kind of permissions, kind of whatever I give, yeah, whatever like database give the permissions. Only after like these validations do I authorizes access the protected resource. If any validation fails, yeah, some kind of fails, I return a 401 authorized. Yeah, we can also use 401 forbidding a response depending on the scenario.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You're gonna do the database call to check whether the user is active or not. So the same user is calling the API like multiple times. For each request, you're gonna call the database. Now, let's say thousand users are coming on your website and doing the same thing. Then it's like thousand requests unnecessary going to the database, and I'm just wanted to get a better approach in terms of those kind of requests instead of directly doing it from the like database.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it will add up the latency as well, right? The response time also will be increase. So
Okay.
want to know if any approach you think.
um Basically that is actually validate concern, but it in a high traffic application, if I'm talking about the high traffic application, the basically querying the database for every request is not efficient, to be honest. And if like basically a common approach is to use a caching layer such as a Redis. We can use it for a common layer, but after validating and decoding JWT actually tokens, yeah, you can say authorization. So I can check Redis for the user session or users details. Also like if the like if data is available in the cache memory, so I don't need to hit the database. Only if the cache misses, or if I kind of if I need to verify updated information like kind of like a disabled account or something like like a change roles. So do I the query database and refresh, that can use fine tuning, requires level training data. That's it.
Okay. uh, I'm posting one simple problem, the Python problem, in the Google chat. Can you share your screen and just write the
Okay.
solution?
Yeah, just a minute. Mm-hmm. This is the chatbot. So what should I do? Like write a.
So we have an output,
Okay.
like example output.
Mm-hmm.
You have to write a function that will return
Okay.
uh, expected output, and the input is input of that function is the dictionary, like
Mm-hmm.
and the logs.
Mm-hmm. So like I have given you out like what is the solution?
Yeah, you can write a function with the solution, which will expect the input, and output would be the one mentioned in the. Maybe you can copy this and paste it in the terminal and can read it out once.
Like function like can I use a notepad?
You can use Notepad, VS Code.
Okay. I can use just normally notepad. I'm sorry. Is this?
No, like how do you write the code in Python? So you can
Yeah,
have
I can.
the.
I use. I will use online of my online version, Python online compiler. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So do you have VS Code in your system or
Actually,
any
I have a Mac and
code?
recently I purchased,
Okay.
so that's why I not installed yet actually. So should we use? Can I use online?
Yeah. Yes.
Just a minute. I have to read this question. Each log is a direction dictionary. So we need a write a function summarize logs and that returns endpoint total reaching count error count status count. Okay, two decimal users interface and mhm. Okay. Online Python compiler. Summarize logs and return. I think on in this question it will take some time. I think it's a huge uh, a query actually. Uh,
No, so this is, I mean, if I explain you, so logs, the variable logs is an array of the object. So
so
we kind
should I
of,
explain
need to
only?
summarize.
Should I explain only, right?
No, I need a like solution, it's if you can write a script or any logic to return the output.
Hmm. Yeah, sure. Okay. Hmm. question is count each constant. Mm, uh, count. Mm, mm, total MS.
Or that's fine. Like if you can explain me, the logic, or
Sorry.
like pseudo. I mean, if you can explain me like kind of a pseudo code, what you
Uh,
gonna try to.
okay, basically in this code, basically the first thing is the time complexity was of an actually in this code, and space complexity basically okay. And if I'm talking like logic, basically I use a dictionary. I'm going to use a dictionary to group logs by endpoint, and then after during a single travelers, like then I'm some kind of I maintain a request account. Also I maintain a kind of error count. As you can see, like I already write their count request and error count. Okay, and also like total response as in inside the my if condition. Okay, and time for the each endpoint. So basically after like these all processing, and then I actually all for the logs, actually I calculated the I'm going to calculate the kind of error rate as like errors, and kind of counts, and the average response time as like total ms divide like count. And then after I'm going to just a minute, let me check once again. Explain output. Yeah, so then after response, then after count the errors upon count and the average, then after response time as total ms count, and routing both to two like decimal places. And this solution run is like as like also time complexity as like also space complexity. So that is the I'm going to use this logic actually.
Okay. So let's say we need a service where user upload a CSV. and we run a ML model on each row and
Okay.
email them the result. So a synchronous fast API endpoint times out. So how do you redesign this?
In synchronous fast API uh, and
Yeah,
endpoint timeout.
yeah, asynchronous fast API endpoint times out. So you
Yeah,
have to read.
actually, in this process, basically, in this process, kind of, I would not process the CSV instead of the fast API request, because the request may take actually several minutes. Actually, it's up to completely use case. It's up to completely database. Okay, it takes several minutes, and eventually time out. Actually, instead, I do redesign it as like a synchronous background sorry, synchronous background processing pipeline. And if we can also follow some actually step by step. The user actually upload the CSV file. For example, the clients upload the CSV though through fast API endpoint, and then after I immediate store the file in object storage. We can use we have multiple technology like S3, Azure, whatever. And then after I create a job ID and save a job recording according to job ID. Actually, in a database with status like a pending, we can status like, and also in the step 2, we can use we I do prefer actually push a background job like public a message, whatever. And after next step, we can use like worker process the CSV. I do prefer actually a separate workers picks up the job. For example, read the row and run the ML model and store the applications. Like kind of all the rows are processed here in this step. And in if I'm talking about the more step, for the email, yeah, something like this. In the then I do prefer send mail after processing finishes, and send the email with either like the output CSV attached and download a link. And then after last and final step, clients check status, like provide another endpoint, whatever. So that's it. Boilerplate, the boilerplate, completely template, completely flow. If I am talking about fast API, then I just use to for optimize, how to fast, how to get the response. So that is a general process. Actually, I use ChatGPT and a lot.
Okay. I think that's all I had, Siddhant.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Kavya, are you there?
Yes, thank you, Deepak. Thank you for your time in taking the interview. And thank you, Siddhant. Thank you for
Yeah,
your
thank
time
you,
as
thank you.
well.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
will share you the feedback quickly, okay?
Sorry.
Maybe by tomorrow. I will share you the feedback by tomorrow. And have a very nice day ahead. And feel free to drop the call.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am. Have a good day, sir.
Have a good day, you too.
Yeah, should I leave?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.